Hello there, everyone. Welcome back. Ow. Welcome back, anyway. Hope you're all doing well. The EA earnings call is tomorrow. Probably not going to get anything from it related to Star Wars, but you never know. So, yeah. GN, good to see you. How's your Monday been? Did you have a good weekend as well? Did you get up to anything nice? New emojis when? Like, right now, it'll be in the summer. Like, I was really hoping to get them done by the end of April, but I just completely didn't do it, and now I've got 2 assignments for uni next week, an assignment due the week after, so they're priority right now, and then uni's finished at that point, so after that, hopefully I will be able to then just focus a bit more on the new member emojis and just getting content made and ready for the summer, really, because I've got a fair few plans for the summer, really, so I need to just keep on top of everything. So yeah, it'll be in the summer at some point, hopefully like late June, early July maybe, but I just don't know, to be honest. I don't want to like say something and be like, and you know, I don't want to have a repeat of like April again, basically. So yeah, I haven't forgotten, but it's just gonna take a while. Cloudy, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. How's your weekend? A little tired, but I'm good. How about you? Well, I'm glad to hear it. Hopefully you get some nice sleep tonight. It's always important. But yeah, no, I'm pretty good myself. Thank you very much. Hopeful for some Star Wars stuff over the next month or so. EA Play is around a month away, so because E3 is like 11th or 12th of June for a few days, which is a weekend. So my guess is EA Play will be on the week of the 7th of June. If it was like last year where it was on a Thursday, I think, then it will be the 10th of June. So literally a month today. So almost there. But we will see. We will see. But there we go. It was good. Yeah, good. My day was good, actually. So with my assignments due next week, one of them has like 10 animation tasks. I'd only done like 2 or 3 of them. No, I'd done like 2.5. I'd done like 2.5 basically, and I managed to get 5 of them done today. So I was really happy about that. So yeah, there we go. Well, I'm happy that 3 of them are done. No, I'm happy that like I've now got 8 of them done, but I'm hopeful that I can go into uni tomorrow and just be like, just go to my lecturer and be like, are these okay for what needs to be handed in or not? Because I need to know before the weekend, really. So yeah. So happy school is almost done. Going into middle school. Nice. That's the big boy school. No, that's awesome, no, Claudia. It's awesome. I think I've got 2 more weeks of uni, so... Well, actually, no, I've got like 2.5, 3 weeks. I have this week, next week, and then like 1 day, I think, the week after, so... I don't know. I mean, it could be a whole week as well, but at that point, only 1 assignment's due, so I don't know if we will go in for the other days or not, but we shall see. You're done on June 11th. Oh, nice. Okay, so, I mean, that should be the day after EA Play or the day of EA Play. I don't know. I don't know when the date is, so that'll be lovely. I'm just gonna check if I do not. Thank God. Yeah, I hope we get something then. I'm very hopeful for EA Play, honestly. Like, we got nothing on Star Wars Day at all with Star Wars games, which, you know, it was disappointing, but I think, you know, lots of people made lots of good points in saying that, like, you know, yes, it's like Star Wars Day, but it's not like an event. Yeah, it's not really an event, like it's not like an official event. So you know, they don't have to do anything for it if they don't want to. Like, it's essentially a fan celebration of Star Wars, so... Well, no, not necessarily just fans, but yeah, it's a celebration of Star Wars. That's what Star Wars Day is, so they don't have to announce anything. It's always fun when they do, but they don't have to. That's like the main point. EA Play and E3 though, like, they're dedicated events towards announcing new games, revealing trailers and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm very much expecting a few things from Star Wars this year from them. Will EA Play be on the EA channel? I imagine so, yeah. I think it was on... I'm pretty sure it'll be on, yeah, EA YouTube and Twitch. I think I was watching it on Twitch last year, on EA's Twitch channel, because Twitch is further ahead than YouTube for some reason, so... yeah. Twitch is probably the best place to watch it, but YouTube will no doubt have it, and other people, like, I don't know, some other people will no doubt be having it on a stream or something, maybe, I don't know. But we'll see. I mean, depending on the day and the time and all that, I might stream it myself. I won't, like, necessarily have, like, the volume up or anything like that, because it's, you know, because of copyright and there being loads of music and stuff like that. So I might not necessarily have... Damn it. I might not necessarily have, like, the sound up too high, but, yeah, like, I'll do a live reaction to it if I can. Thursdays normally are pretty quiet for me, so the only thing that goes on is football. I don't have to play on that day, so I should be okay to do a live reaction for it. I'll just see how things go as time goes by. Saliva and Shadowhunter, good to see you guys. Hope you're doing well. Oh, where are they? There was a couple down there, but there he is. Bye. He came out of nowhere. Oh no! Oh no! No! Damn it! Not too shabby, Shadowhunter. Very nice, very nice. I'm doing pretty well myself, though. Thank you for asking. I'll do a bit of an area. Did any of you guys play the unlimited power event last week? Oh, because I think that was the last stream I did was unlimited power on Wednesday last week, I believe, or it was Wednesday or Thursday. It was one of those 2 days I did it, but it was actually a lot of fun. Like, I really enjoyed the chaos that it had. That was a good throw. Fair play. Recently, I've looked at the Star Wars gaming history, and it's been there's been over 100 Star Wars games been made since 1982. God damn. Wow. Fair play. That's actually pretty crazy. Like, you wouldn't have thought it, to be honest. And over the last, like, so I mean, that's almost what, 40 years. Very nearly 40 years. It will be interesting to see what like, is 1982 when the first Star Wars game came out, Jian, or? Oh no. Hey Tom, good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. It's Monday, my dudes. Yes. Mondays are not too bad, to be honest. I don't mind them. No, I was going to try an only in Battlefield moment, but didn't quite work out. Oh, that was awful. Okay. After this, can you play Heroes vs. Villains? I'll play Heroes vs. Villains at some point today, but I won't necessarily do it after this game, because it's only my first one. I love it when you say that. Wait, say what? According to the source I found, yes. Alright. After this game, I'll have a look as well. Either way, though, that's pretty... It's pretty mad. Over 100 Star Wars games. To be honest, the more I think about it, the more it doesn't surprise me, to be honest. Like, I don't know. It's just looking at all the games, you know, over the last like 20 years or so, there was a lot, to be fair. And also just multiple platforms, like there was some on like Game Boy and all that stuff, and it's just, yeah. Saw more leaks and rumours. They were probably all false, let's be honest. What did you see, Cloudy? Let me have it.
We're at the bazaar, losing ground.
Great. Oh, when you say it's Friday, my dudes. Oh, hello, a fellow Ariel. You're no Disney princess. Oh, okay. God, Ken notes. First ever Star Wars game. I know I said I'd do it at the end of the game, but I deviated to wait that long. Yeah, 1982 Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back was the first Star Wars game ever made. Well, there you go. So yeah, it's next year will be the 40th anniversary of Star Wars gaming, which is pretty crazy, to be honest. I wonder if they're going to do anything for that, because they've celebrated 40 years with a lot of things, and obviously celebrated 50 years of Lucasfilm this year as well. They're celebrating that, so it'll be cool if we actually get something for that. Oh, Eren, what you doing? Oh, that's a shot. Oh, I am a beast. Do you have Android? I saw. I don't know. I've got an iPhone 11. I think it's an 11. Pretty sure it is. I saw a lot, to be honest. A very lot. Yeah, I can assure you that. I mean, the thing is, though, Cloudy, is that the best place to go for leaks and rumors is the gaming leaks and rumors subreddit on Reddit. That's the best place to go for it all, to be honest. And I check that several times a day for anything Star Wars, and there was nothing on there today about Star Wars. So any of these leaks and rumors you saw today, I just don't know where it's coming from, to be honest. Jesus. I'm doing meh. Why meh? What's up, Buttercup? I'm not doing too bad though, thank you very much. Oh yeah, also the Battlefield reveal seems to be happening in June now. Like, I think it was meant to be like last week or this week, but it's now June. Like, I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about that, to be honest. Like, yeah, I have to wait longer for it to be revealed, sure, but I don't know. Battlefield 5 didn't do the best, and I feel like they should have started marketing the game a little bit earlier. So reveal it in May, gameplay reveal in June at EA Play, and then do things over the coming months until it releases in, like, probably November. That would have been my go-to strategy. I mean, a month doesn't necessarily change too much, but the fact that you're going to have a reveal and then within a week you're going to have gameplay reveal, essentially like what they did with Squadrons, to be honest. They revealed it on they revealed it officially on the Monday, and then on the Thursday we had a gameplay trailer. Like, that was quick, and I'm expecting that very same thing with the Star Wars game this year, to be honest. Like the small-scale shooter that was rumored. If that is genuinely happening, then I imagine that will follow the Squadron's path of announcements and all that. So, oh, where's he gone? He was quick, to be fair. Found a site with a timeline from 1982 to 2017 and actually counted like 140 games. Could be a little wrong though. That's crazy. Oof. Could you make a video on reacting to Battlefront 3 leaks, like reacting to this odd ones? I mean, maybe. It's not really something I'd like to do, to be honest. Like, reaction stuff isn't really... Like, the only time I'd really do reaction stuff is, like, live reactions to new trailers, or... Not necessarily live reactions, but just reactions. Like, I was kind of hoping that Star Wars Hunters was going to get announced. Not announced, but have a reveal trailer. Like, a proper trailer. Last Tuesday for May 4th. So I was planning on doing... like a reaction to that, but obviously that never happened, so that was kind of sad, but we shall see. Because when Squadrons got its reveal trailer, I was live at the time with Torbis, and we did like a live reaction and live breakdown, and then I recorded whilst I was streaming, and then I made that into a video basically. So I'd probably do something along those lines again. I don't know.
Same as always.
Someone saying they have a source in DICE and said that the source hacked all the Battlefront 6 stuff and changed to Battlefront 3. Well, that's just obviously not... Just stuff like that's just obviously not true. Like, Jesus Christ. Oh, that was a good... That was a good one. Fair play, Vader. Fair play. Story time with Tom. Yay. Seriously though, my cat had 2 ulcers in her eyes. Oh wow. One massive one time, and she's in pain, and we have to give her lots of eye drops. There's a very high chance of her going blind in one eye. It's very stressful at the moment. 4 times a day with 2 different drops, which we have 4 drops into her eye. Jesus Christ, Tom. That's pain. Yeah, I'm really sorry to hear about that, man. Like, I know, like, it wasn't this like the same, but like for my cat who passed a few months ago, he had I think he had, it was either like kidney or liver problems for like ages. Like, it was a good, you know, he lasted like he lasted a good like 2 or so years longer than we anticipated, to be fair. But like every morning it was like, with his food, we had to put loads of drops. We had to put like this special drops into his food, and then at night we'd have to give him this tablet thing which he would never eat, so we had to conceal it in pate, and like, yeah. And then he ended up getting really skinny, which was really sad to see. And then just one morning he was very slow and dopey, and that was that really, which was sad. But yeah, hopefully everything is okay though, Tom. Cats are resilient beings. Yeah, my one had like a lot of up and downs, I'd say. So yeah, styles equals happiness. Whoop. Also, as you'll see from the pinned comment, just one cheeky little plug one more time. So today is the last chance for the 15% off code on merch. I released this last Tuesday. Woo! So yeah, that's a thing until the end of today. So we shall see. Van Sarge, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hopefully I said your name right. Oh god. I always feel really awkward when I see names I don't recognize, or if I know someone's new, or it's just a different name. I'm not good with names. It's always been a struggle. That is absolutely fine though, Cloudy. I was not making a request. It was simply, oh, that's a SIG. No, it's not. It was a flash grenade. No, I was simply informing. Oh, you kind of butchered it, but it's totally fine. Oh no. I just saw Van and Sarge. Is it Van Saj? Like, is it neither? Like, help me. Oh, do I just call you Van? Oh, hello. I got the kill anyway. Hope you're having a good day. I'm having a... It's been a pretty good day, to be fair. It's been more productive, I'd say. But no, that is good. Hope you're having a good day as well, though. Right. Oh. That looked close, I'll be honest. One Sudge. That's how you pronounce it. One? But it... Huh? One? That's... Okay, interesting. Got it. Okay. What one Sudge? One Sudge? I don't know. I'm bad with words, okay? Words are not my strong suit. They never have been. Numbers, I can do. Words, You know that, like, Game of Thrones meme where it's Emilia Clarke's character, like, That's me with words. I'll be honest. Oh, you joker. Oh, I'm stuck. Can I get someone through a cheeky gap? Oh, it goes through. It does go through. Sorry, Darth Maul's here. Hello. Instincts. I got him. Right, we're gonna keep on sniping. My squad is down, which is a shame, but never mind. We move. That felt very Rise of Skywalker, honestly. Seeing those two jet troopers just jump off the back of that thing, that was cool. Sorry, I gotta go study, but have fun on the stream. No worries at all, man. Have a good rest of your day. And we'll hopefully see you again soon. Oh, he's almost down. Oh, for God's sake. Is this... Oh, that's a lovely shot. Sniping in Apex is fun as well. I've never been... I've not been much of a sniper in Apex. I hate it when people, like, spam stuff like that. Like, everyone will just invite you to a group and it's like... What was your favourite grade? As in, like, year? I mean, I'm assuming you're in the US based on calling it grade and also going into middle school. So, I mean, I don't think I really had a favourite year at school, to be honest. I mean, they were all just kind of okay / average, really. I mean, if I include college as well, then I'd probably say that my second year in college was my favourite. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if I include college as well, then it would be my first year. It would be my second year of college. If I include uni as well, then it's definitely this year of uni. But going from, like, primary school to secondary school and sixth form, don't really know, to be honest. Like, it's really hard to say. School was just an average experience, really. Went on some cool, some cool trips. Made some cool friends, but, school itself was just, What's uni? University, or as you call it in the US, college. That old chestnut. I wish PlayStation made an option to block group chats and party invites. Well, you don't get sent party invites anymore, like as in chat party invites. It's just people will make... The way it all works now is that people will make a group, like what's it called? Like, they'll just, like, send you a message thing, and then there'll be a party invite thing there. So then it'll just say... if someone joins that party, it'll be like, oh, so-and-so joined the party, and then it will give you the option to join as well. So, like, you get notified for it, but you don't necessarily get much of an invite for it, so, yeah, I don't know. School for me equals skull. I mean, here's the thing with school. When you're going through it, you'll probably despise it. You probably won't really like it that much. And then you'll leave school, and you'll look back on it, and you'll be like, God damn, that wasn't so bad. And then you'll be like, I kind of wish I could go back to school sometimes. It's one of those things, to be honest. I don't know. Also, Cloudy, there's no need to spam emojis, my dude. Yeah, it's an interesting one. You always hear about people wishing they were back in school and stuff like that, but sometimes it's true. Like, I sometimes wish I could go back to like primary school, to be honest, just to like remember that feeling of what it was like, because it was so easy back. It was so easy back then. You just don't even realize. That's the thing. Worst thing with school, in my opinion, was homework. Yeah, I feel that. Well, to be honest, I didn't like homework, but some of the people at my school, oh my word, they were a different breed. Especially remembering the words of definition homework. Oh, yeah. It was literally just like each week you got new words to spell, and then like, yeah, remember the definition of it, or just like to use it in a sentence. Like that seemed really horrible, but then all of a sudden you get to sixth form, and then you have to write like, you know, a several page essay on a certain topic, and you'll be like, can I just go back to remembering how to spell this word, please? Like, damn. You know, it's just, that's the thing. Like, things are definitely like more complicated now than they were, but like, I'm having way more fun with it all, to be honest. Like, trying to understand how certain things work in a piece of 3D software and a game engine, stuff like that. Like, it's really complicated stuff, but it's really fun stuff. So yeah, I very much enjoy it, and I don't mind writing anymore. That's the thing. Like, when I was at school, I used to hate writing, but like, you know, every time I make a video, it's always like 1,000+ words in, well, depending on how quickly I'm doing it, but you know, any day I write a script, it's always over 1,000 words. And I used to see a 1,000-word essay for homework and be like, oh my god, it's horrible, but it's like over a page, and it's like a page and a half of writing. It's nothing, you know, barely anything. Surprised I wasn't a headshot, to be honest. Oh, and it's also like, oh, hello. I had a uni assignment. The second uni assignment I handed in was like a 1,200-word report on animation. Like, it was on a topic regarding animation, and I was thinking, when we were first set the assignment and told 1,200 words, most of my class like started like sighing and being like, oh, for God's sake, why? That's like so many words, because they're not used to writing that amount of words. But then, because I went through sixth form and did loads of writing there, and then you know, I write scripts for videos and stuff like that, then it was like, oh, this is a cinch, you know, nice and easy. I have it for science and French. Is so annoying, I never do it. I may or may not cheat in it. Ah, fair enough. I mean, like, oh, hello. I get why you'd want to, but to be honest, like, it's much better. Like, even if it's something you don't like, it's, you know, I would recommend just actually putting in a bit of time to do it. So, you know, it's pain, but yeah, I get it. Also, yeah, double French is not fun. No, so year 10 isn't the same as 10th grade. It's either 1 year above or behind that, I think. Year 10 is when like you're 14 and then turn 15. At least by the end of it, most people are 15 at that point. So yeah, whatever grade 14 to 15 is. That's either the 9th. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't quite think it's the same. Spiky gets you down. Hope you do well. If I had to write 1,000 words, I would cry. Thing is, though, yeah, like you think that now, someday you will absolutely have to be writing an essay that's 1,000 words. But put it this way, Cloudy. So you know Google Docs or Microsoft Words. You know one of those pages. One of those pages at yeah, one of those pages that one of the pages of Google Docs / Microsoft Word at like a size 11 font, 1,000 words would probably cover 1.5 pages. I think. Maybe less. It's either a page, like it's 1,000 words is a page to a page and a half. That's all it is of Google Docs. So that's like, it's not actually a lot, you know. So UK finishes in year 12 and US finishes 12th grade. Okay, so yeah, year 10 will be the 11th grade then. That being said, though, you then go to sixth form or college at, you know, for the next 2 years. So year 12 and year 13. So it technically goes to that. Depends on the size of the letters. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's why I said size 11, because that's what size 11 is what I use. And I think it's the more like 11 is the more standard font size, I think, that most people will use. I used to write in size, like some of my friends used to write in like size 12, and I used to write in size 16. When I was in year 7 and 8, I'd use size 16 font. So I'd done like a whole page of writing in size 16 font, but then my friends had done like a whole page in size like 12 font, and I was like, oh god, because like my pages were so like you know, essentially I hadn't written that much at all, but then, you know, whereas my friends actually had, and it was like, oof, it was just, yeah, it did not really look good on my part, I'll be honest, but you know, you live and you learn. I certainly learned from all of that, so. Oh, no. Hey, sorry, can't really stay. Might be in and out and can't stay long because my friend's going through some stuff at the moment. No worries at all, Sammy. Hope your friend's feeling better soon. Yeah, be there for them at all costs. That is all I can really say. But yeah, hopefully they feel better soon. Danko, good to see you, my friend. When you start writing books, you realise how little 1,000 words actually is. I write about 1,500 to 2,000 words a day for different things. You just got to get in the flow. Exactly, that's the thing. Like, yeah, that's the thing. Like, it says, like, it sounds like a lot, but like I was saying earlier, like with YouTube scripts, they're like they're between 1,000 to 2,000 words, and if I'm really in the flow of it, I will probably do. I'd probably do it within like an hour or two. It just depends, like, on how quickly I'm writing. I don't know. I was wanting to buy some merch because I saw something I really liked, but it's out of stock. Nothing's ever out of stock, Sammy, unless. Well, I mean, okay, well, if you're talking about my merch, then it's never out of stock. There'll be like a countdown timer thing, but that's just like when things will get printed, and then it'll like that countdown will start again. If it's just some random piece of merch out there and it was out of stock, then that's a huge fat rip, and I know your pain because I've had that a few times, and it's just it's when you see something you really like and it's like, oh, limited edition out of stock, and it's like it is painful. I know the pain. Clone Watch, good to see you, hope you well. Never understood how in the UK college and university are different. Like here in the US, it's all the same except one school might be called a college and another might be called a university. Yeah, no, I get why that can be confusing. So, in the UK, we have a thing called sixth form, and that tends to be... So sixth form is when you're... is your last 2 years before university. So when you're... when you turn 17 and when you turn 18, like sixth form and college is the exact same. It's basically just, I think it's basically just part like the last 2 years of high school in the US. That's all it is. Yeah, that's literally all it is. It's just an extra 2 years, and then university is when you're, well, most commonly is like you'd leave like sixth form or college at 18. And then you go to university and study there for 3 years, and then you'd leave when you're 21. I am 21, and I'm only in my first year though, but I have reasons for that. Because I went to sixth form, kind of screwed up, went to a different college. Because basically, sixth forms, like, they call it sixth form most of the time when it's at a secondary school already. But if it's a single institution, it'll be called college. That's pretty much how it works in the UK. Sometimes they'll just be called sixth form colleges. So it's basically just a college, but yeah. I can see why it would be confusing. I have my eyes on some bitch merch. I think the red hoodie, this is why we fly. I think noise. I still need to get those two actually. I made them almost a year ago and I still haven't actually got one myself, but I don't know, like sometimes I look at those two and I look back and think like, oh, I'm without looking at them, I'll think about them and be like, oh, I'm not sure if I'm like actually too happy with them now, but then I actually go and have a look at them and I think, ooh, I don't mind it, to be honest, because like it's different. Like I don't want to have like every single piece of merch look exactly the same, so having like the, you know, just that black like silhouette kind of look to it, I think is quite nice. So yeah. It's a split screen clone tank top, but when I select my size it says out of stock. To be fair, that's probably a Teespring issue then. They could be out of stock for that. They could be out of stock for that particular size of that color. Yeah, try a different color and see if that works. Like, if it works, then it would just be a color thing. I don't know. That's weird. Like it'll probably be a Teespring stock issue. It won't be anything for... I mean, all I do is just... I make the designs and put it up. Everything else, they sort it, so... How much is one shirt in the merch store? It's... I can't really remember, like, the... So, Cloudy, you see the blue link in the, The link that's on the blue like text will have a link that will go to the merch store that has like all the merch in there. So the best thing to do would probably be check that. I think it's around like 21 quid per top normally. What I find quite bizarre though is that when you're on Teespring and you're creating like and you're setting the prices and stuff like that, it'll say it'll say like tip. Most creators like put it at this price, and it's like a top is normally like 27 quid, and I'm just like, what? I mean, like if people want to set it there, like you know, fine, like that's, you know, obviously good for them, but I just what? I just want to see, but I can't get any. Yeah, no, like that's fine, Cloudy. Like the link in the comment is The link in the comment is that for we'll be able to take you there. Also, the EA, so it's not just EA earnings, it's an EA earnings call, Cloudy. So yeah, the EA earnings call is, oh hello. Basically, I mean, I don't know if you know this or if you've been taught it at all or anything like that, but there's a thing called the financial year, which isn't quite the same as a normal year, but there is the financial year, and each quarter companies will essentially just report on their earnings and how business has been proceeding for the previous quarter, and they'll do that. Oh, hello. It's mostly like for investors, basically. So if I like if I let's say, Cloudy, you had a business and I, you know, had invested in that business. I'm going to want to know how well your business has been doing over the last few years, or few months, sorry, because I want to know if my investment is worth it, basically. So these like quarterly earnings calls will be like a nice indication of that, essentially. I mean, it is like a legal requirement as well. Like all companies will have to like disclose their financial information and all that stuff for like tax reasons and other things. But that's like part of it, really. That's so like no announcements really happen at them, but they do sometimes give a small like indication of certain things. Like the last earnings call, they were saying about how the next Battlefield game is on track for a release later this year and it's looking really good and stuff like that. So yeah, sometimes they'll have a bit of information every now and again. 21 for one shirt, lol. Yeah, that's not that bad. Unless like I mean like, why the caps? I don't get it. How much longer is the discount for? It ends tonight. Frostbite, good to see you, hope you're doing well. On other YouTubers' merch stores, one shirt is $53. What? See, this is an interesting thing, and now I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember the technical name for it, and it's because it's skipped my mind. But you know, it's essentially a supply and demand thing. If you're some big, massive YouTuber, then your merch is going to be in high demand. So you can set much higher prices for your merch, and people are still going to be, you know, people are still going to want to buy that. So people will spend 53 and stuff like that. So yeah. 53 WTF, that's a hoodie price. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, a hoodie is like 40 quid up, to be honest. I put my hoodies at like 38-ish. So, yeah. How much of the actual money from the merch do you get? So it depends on... Firstly, it depends on the actual product, and then it depends on... and then it depends on the price I set. So they'll have... They give me... and everyone on there, they'll have this set unit price, this set cost price, essentially, of getting the shirt made. So having, you know, the supplies and then printing it and stuff like that. So for a normal t-shirt, I believe so for the premium t-shirt, which is like the best quality t-shirt, which is what I've got now, which is really nice, that has like a cost of like £11, I think. So if I have a shirt at £21, then I get, if it's £11 cost, then I get £9 of the 21. No, hang on, if it's 11, sorry, I was at 12. If it's 11 and I said at 21, I get £10 from that, basically. So not everything obviously goes to me, because you pay, and like people will pay shipping on top of, yeah, people will pay shipping on top of it as well. So, it's normally like £3 to £4 shipping. I think it just depends on where you are. But yeah, it just depends on what it is. Like each item has different like costs of manufacturing. So yeah. 21 for a shirt is still crazy. At store, one shirt is like $10. Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, like 21 for a shirt's not that crazy. Like, yes, you can get some really like cheap shirts for like 5-10 quid, but they're usually either not that great, cheaply made, and you know, I mean, some of them can be great, yeah, but they're usually quite cheaply made. But the fabric for this is really, like, the fabric for this is really nice. And then yeah, like I'd happily pay. Yeah, I mean 25 is probably as high as I'd want to pay for a t-shirt, to be honest. I got a Red Bull Racing hat for £50 and a t-shirt for 125ish. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I really wanted some McLaren merch, but it's all ridiculous. Yeah, the prices are absolutely ridiculous. It's like £70 for a t-shirt, and I'm like, what? And sometimes it's just really like basic stuff, and it's like I'm not paying £70 for a t-shirt, like, unless I had money, which I don't. So, you know, I'm 11 years old. What are you guys? What age are you guys? I'm 21. Lamau, look at me go.
We move on their stronghold. Capture their camp at the turbo laser control center. Go.
Oh, hello. I mean, it kind of just depends, really. Like, most of the time, I wouldn't want to pay upwards of like 25, 30 for a t-shirt, maybe. I don't know. It just depends on the shirt and how bad I want it, though, I guess. It's like if GN made a shirt and it had the best design I'd ever seen, and I was like, holy crap, I need this, and it was like 40, 50 quid, then, like, you know, I'd probably get it. But if I paid 50 quid for a shirt, I'd expect the best print. I'd expect very high quality print, very high quality fabric as well. So there we go. The higher the price, the higher the quality should be, really, let's be honest. I hated school, wasn't a fun experience at all. Glad to have the knowledge I gained, and I really enjoyed doing games and stuff at college, so it's all good now. Yeah, I feel like Frostbite, you might be a bit behind. I mean, unless you're just catching up on things from the chat, but yeah. So yeah. But that's fair. Yeah, I mean, I was kind of the same. Like, I wasn't a big fan of school, but then I went to college doing game dev stuff, and then it was really fun. And now I'm at uni doing it now. So yeah, it's £300, $300 US. Not quite. It depends on. So there's a fun thing that you'll eventually learn about, no doubt, called exchange rates. That's a fun topic. So yeah, all the currencies in the world will have an exchange rate compared to each other. So like the pound and the euro, the pound and the dollar, the pound and the Japanese yen, and then the dollar to all of these other currencies in the world as well. Like they all have different exchange rates. So like $300 US is probably like £260 maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't expect you to understand or even really know about any of these things, to be fair, Cloudy, but there's a lot to learn about life. You'll come to realize that in 10 years' time, Cloudy, you'll realize that life as it is now is much simpler than what it will be in 10 years. Hopefully it'll be like, you know, more fun and exciting, but yeah. If it's 15% off, I can just buy 7. That's 105% off. So now you pay me. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. It's not 15. It's not 15. I mean, it's 15% off your whole order. So it's like if you bought 7 things and it equated to like £100, it would be 15% off that £100, not somehow 105%. Not entirely. I don't even know how you got to that, to be honest. But there you go. Know a few people on my course that don't like writing. Thankfully, I chose a subject. Okay, yeah, I definitely think Frostbite's really far behind in the stream. Lol. Let me type a message. But either way, so he knows a few people on his course that doesn't like writing. Thankfully, I chose a subject I enjoy it. So yeah, like a lot of people on my course don't like writing, but it's still like an integral part of game development and stuff like that, because you know, you've got pre-production and other document. You know, you've got pre-production and all these documentation that you need to keep up to date with, and to write and stuff like that. So yeah. Love it or hate it, if you want to go into games or any creative industry really, like film and TV, pre-production is going to be slapping you in the face. So, yeah. Seems to be lagged behind for me now. No worries. What else did you say? My 3D modeling report for my assignment is between 8,000 to 9,000 words. It's so much easier when you actually enjoy what you write about. That's more than me. Jesus Christ. Pause bar on your left. What? I see nothing. Good to see you though, hope you're doing well. 8,000 to 9,000 words is more than anything I've ever written, but that's the thing, yeah, if you enjoy talking about it, if it's a topic you really enjoy, then go for it. So you're telling me I don't get 20 free microwaves that were 5% off? No. No. The percentage doesn't... So I think what you're doing is you're adding like 15% on to each like item you buy. So it doesn't, if you ever see a pricing discount, Sammy, it will never be like cumulative in that way. So it's not like if you see that, yeah, if you see 4 items that are 25% off, it doesn't mean you get them all for free if you buy them all at the same time. It means that it's 25% off each item. So 100, you know, if each item cost £100 and they were all 25% off, then each item would cost £75.
The sector is secure. Without the rebels,
Oh
I want a clear path before we attack the central
Ace Gamer, good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
These rebels destroyed the Death Star.
Oh
They can't
my.
stop us.
Oh,
To get
Jenkins.
inside
He's,
the base,
there we go.
we'll
He's
have
down.
to override 2
Sorry,
control
Callum. Oh,
stations.
you've overheated your boss, and
We'll
you've
have
killed me.
everything they left behind.
That's a shame. I actually can't play as anyone. Wow, okay. Boom. Yeah, I think going back to the whole writing thing, I think the longest thing I'd ever written was around 4,000 words, maybe. Like I had a bit of coursework for geography back in year 12 and 13 that I had to do stuff on. Actually, no, I think 4,000 was the maximum, and I got like around 3,000. So to be fair, my video... No, the biggest thing I've ever written was a video that I was going to do with... Oh, hello. Oh, okay. No, I think it was a video. So for those, I don't know if you guys know who Silky is, the Funny Moments channel. I was going to do a collaboration with him early last year, and yeah, we had this video planned, but I finished the script. He'd sent me his audio. I think I even recorded my own audio as well, but I just never got around to writing, to like editing the video and stuff like that, which is kind of bad on my part, but we move. I think that was probably the longest thing I've ever written. I don't know how many words that was, but it was a lot though. Just trying to make a joke. Oh, okay. My bad. Sometimes you know you're on the internet for too long, but you just don't know whether people are being serious or not. Because I tell you, there are some very smart people out of there. What did you think about the Venom 2 trailer that dropped today? It looks good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, to be honest. Like, the trailer didn't get me that hyped, to be honest. Like, I don't feel any more excited for it now before the trailer than I was. I don't feel any more excited after the trailer than I was before, honestly. Which isn't necessarily a good thing because we got a trailer, but yeah. I mean, I'll definitely go and watch it. I'll probably enjoy it. We'll see. Ooh, a little looky. I haven't watched the first Venom for ages either. I think I was really excited for the first one. I think I've only seen it once, which is in the cinema. So I suppose you can't be very sarcastic with text. No, that's the thing. You can't sometimes through emojis you can if it's completely out of the blue, then you can kind of, if it's completely out of the blue, it's really confusing. So yeah, it's one of the things. If you know someone and you know the way they talk, then you can see it. So, like, for example, if I'm talking to Sammy Boy, as in, like, you know, Aussie YouTuber Sammy Boy, if I'm talking to him, Twisted, and Niveleth, and, you know, something comes up that we talk about in our group, I'll, you know, because I know those guys really well, and I know how they talk, so if, you know, if they're being sarcastic, then I know that straight away because I know how they are. But if, you know, because I don't really know how Cloudy talk, you know, I don't really know how Cloudy talks. You know, I've not known him for very long, and you know, we don't talk outside of streams and stuff like that, so I don't really know how he is. So if Cloudy was suddenly to be sarcastic, I probably wouldn't really pick up on that unless I was told it. So yeah, but emojis can definitely help. If you're on Twitter, then like GIFs can help as well. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Naboo. Okay, I'll probably do both games in Naboo, then I'll do some HVV because I said to Cloudy that I'd do some HVV today. DJ, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I thought Venom trying to cook Eddie breakfast and ended up looking like a mess was kind of funny. Oh yeah, I thought that was interesting. The voice for Venom sounds slightly different though. I don't know why. Sometimes it sounds similar, but other times it sounds different, and it kind of screwed me up with. Yeah, I kind of didn't recognize it at first, I'll be honest. Club School, it's the best. See, because of earlier conversations we've had today, Cloudy, I know that you're being sarcastic. That's the beauty of it. Let's do this thing.
They try for the boot. They're expecting
They're trying the boot. They ain't gonna get though.
first wave failed.
How have I not done any damage here? How are you still spawn protected? Like, what's going on?
Take it out with the ion disruptors at hand. We
Wow.
can stop it. Well, the odds get worse.
Oh, I think that was a lucky jump from him there, I'll be honest. How is he not dead? Excuse me? What did Horace say? Oh, God damn it. Yes, Skull is boiling. Yeah, it really depends on the subject. But this is the thing, like, that's what I love so much about like college and university and stuff like that, is because you can actually focus all of your time and specialize in like a subject you're genuinely interested in. Like at school you have to learn, you know, geography, history, maths, English, and, you know, all kinds of sciences. But, you know, you could hate all of them apart from you know, you could hate all of them apart from history. So when you're in a history class, you'll be, you know, enjoying yourself and you'll work hard. But in every other class, you'd be lacking and just not enjoying. But then when you go to university and you study history, or a specific part of history, like classical history or something like that, then that's actually a topic you're fully focusing on, a subject that you're interested in for 3 whole years. And it's like, hell yeah. Like, right now at uni, like, a lot of this year has been about asset creation. So, you know, making characters, making environments, putting them into Unreal Engine and stuff like that. You know, which has been really fun. But one of my modules at the moment is pre-production, so it's a lot of writing stuff, you know, which isn't necessarily that fun. But I now get to actually, oh, hello. Nice. Yeah, I'm now, you know, I'm in education, but I'm going to be making, like, a Star Wars virtual production, you know? Sounds pretty goddamn cool to me, I'll be honest. Pizza is the best, absolutely is. It's so good, love pepperoni. Pepperoni's very good. Your boy's doing driver's ed in mid-July. Classes were full from mid to late May. It's the end of June. So I'm guessing when you say driver's ed, do you just mean like driving lessons and then doing your tests so you can drive, I'm guessing? Oh, I hit him. Come on. Yes, okay, nice. Yeah, I've gone through pain and a half with driving, to be honest. I've got my next test in June. Like, I've already done 2 tests and failed both times. The first time was because I was going over the speed limit for literally the smallest amount of time, and it was like, you're gone. And then the second time, yeah, someone was too close to me and I rolled back a tiny bit, and then the instructor failed me on it because they were like, they put their foot on the brake even though I literally only just started. I legit only just started rolling back, and the instructor put the foot on the brake. Like, didn't even give me a chance to do it or do anything. But this car was like way too close to me anyway, so I failed because I essentially failed because that car was too close to me, and it was like, what? So yeah, that was fun. And it's just really annoying because, like, I'm actually a solid driver and my instructor knows it, and it's just like, oh, it's pain. It really is pain. But yeah, next test in June, so just want to get it done. Well, so in the US, do you have a driving theory test or not? Like, do you have to, before you do your actual, like, practical tests, you have to go to this center and actually do, like, a theory test and stuff like that? My mum's 5'4" and thinks she's taller than me. Oh wait, hang on. Is it just me, or does anyone else mums pretend they're taller than them? I don't. My mum is also 5'4", and I'm 5'11", so quite a big difference. Oh dear lord, that's shocking. Get it? Because it was electrocution. That was funny. I would never go to college, or as you say, university. I wouldn't spend more time than I have to learning. Well, the thing is, though, Cloudy, you say that now, but like, what do you want to do when you're older? Like, what's your dream job? Because most of the time, you probably will go to college or university. Like, you probably will. Like, 4 years ago, I had apps. Was it 4 years ago? Yeah, about 4 years ago. Okay. So when I was so as of like year 9 all the way to halfway through year 11, I was, yeah, from year 9 to halfway through year 12, I was dead set on going to university. And then for a whole year and a half, I was like, absolutely not. University, big no, not doing that. And then I went back to, and then like I kind of had to go back to college because I wanted to go into games, and there was a college course near me that was doing it. So I was like, okay, I got to go back to school for 2 more years. But at that point, it's like you kind of have to go into uni. Like, if you want to go into the games industry and you don't have a degree, then it's really tough. Like, if you want to like,
Take them out and keep moving.
I mean, like, it's not absolutely essential, but most game companies will very much like to see the fact that you have a degree. So yeah, carpentry or construction. Okay, to be fair, you won't need to go to college for that.
Over here.
Yeah, there's like, I mean, you could probably go, you could probably find a course on, yeah, I don't know, like, to be fair, I mean, okay, so you say construction, but in what way? Do you want to actually be the person laying bricks, or do you want to design buildings and stuff? Like, what's the, according to my mum, my dad is 5'10", I'm 5'9", she's 5'4". Oh, and she's saying she's taller than you, even though she's considerably not. Nice. Oh, god damn it. So I need 30 hours in class with 6 hours of driving. That's just to get my permit. Then I need to do 60 hours driving log for my license. Wait. So you don't so with the US, you don't actually have like a test. It's just 60 hours of driving, and that's it essentially. Well, actually carpentry, I think they're the same thing. I don't know. I mean, they're not quite the same thing. I mean, I'm no expert, but carpentry's more like wood making, like making things with wood and stuff, whereas construction's more like, you're laying bricks to build a house, or you're a scaffolder, or something different like that. I want to be a mechanic, so I'm going to go to college and do an apprenticeship. Yeah, that's probably the best way to go about it, Tom. That's probably your best shout. I got a small test once I finished the class, and then I think a test after 60 hours driving or driving. Okay, all right, that makes sense. So in the UK, the way it works is like, I mean, what you have to do is you have to take a theory test in your own time. There's no like actual class for it. It's literally just in your own time. You literally just book your theory test, attend your theory test, and then within that you have a multiple choice exam out of 50, and you have to score 43 or more out of 50 in that. And then you have hazard perception as well, which shows you 15 clips, I think. There's a number of clips you get shown, and you just have to like basically click when you think there's a hazard. And you have to score like 50. I can't remember what you have to score at. You have to score relatively high. It's out of 75 though, the hazard perception. So I failed my theory the first time and then passed it on the second time. So yeah, but to actually book your practical driving test, you have to book your practical test, you have to have passed the yeah. To do all of that, you have to go to what am I on about? Yeah, to do the practical stuff, you have to have passed the theory. Like, you can drive before doing the theory and stuff like that, but you can't book your test until you've done the theory. So basically, it's just get the theory done as soon as possible, and then book a test, and then do lessons up until that point. So, yeah, that's that, basically. The only annoying thing is, like, you'll just get unlucky in the actual, like, practical test. You'll just get unlucky, really, because it was a 20-mile-an-hour zone for me, which I didn't realize it was 20. And looking back on it now, the 20-mile-an-hour zone was very small, and I was apparently going 27 in the 20. And the guy even said that I realized he was literally said like, oh, you did 27 and 20, but you realized your mistake and quickly came back down, but unfortunately it was too late at that point. And it's just like, where, like, there's no benefit of the doubt at all. Like, yes, I was speeding, which is bad, but everyone does it at some point. Like, the thing is, though, yeah, pretty much everyone does it at some point, and I realized my mistake straight away. So I was aware enough to realize the mistake I made, and it was like, nope, you're gone. Like, you in the test here, you literally have to be perfect. Like, there's no, you can't screw up in any way, because otherwise they're basically like, nope. You're allowed 15 minors though. Like, if you stall, that's a minor, but if you get one major, that's it. So a major could be speeding or pulling out of a road unsafely and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just it was a big rip the first time, but I'm confident for June, so we'll see. Right, Sammy either wants to do rugby, WSM, I have no idea what that is. Music or content creation as a job. Okay, well, I mean, it's good to have ideas. Although rugby players usually only play for about 10 years. But that's the thing, like, rugby players will earn, to be fair, rugby's not actually that well paid in comparison to other sports. It's pretty average, I think. But, yeah. But the thing is, though, if you become a sportsman and you go into rugby and you play professionally and all that stuff, when you finish, there's always other roles that you can go into. Like, you could become a head coach for a team, or yeah, I mean, you could either go like the coach route and, you know, coach a professional team, or you could go down the journalism route. Like, so many ex-England cricket players now commentate. You know, David Gower did it for so many years. Nasser Hussain's doing it. Michael Atherton's doing it. Michael Vaughan, Ian Ward. Like, so many cricketers become commentators and journalists. You know, for Sky Sports and other things. So, you know, if you go into rugby, then obviously that's like it's a relatively short-term thing. In that, yeah, you probably only play for 10 years, but then you'll go and do something else, probably related to the sport. WSM is world's strongest man, but I don't know if I have good genetics, because they're all 6'8" or something. Jesus Christ. I mean, it's not all about height, but, you know, it will play a factor in some way anyway. But I mean, to be honest though, world's strongest man is not really it's not really a career. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong, but because I don't know what it's. I've never looked into it, but I just, yeah. It doesn't seem like. I mean, it could very well be a career. I just don't know what happens with it all, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to do World's Strongest Man, like, you'd probably have to start, like, just training for it now, to be honest. Just getting absolutely shredded and big and God knows. Yeah, I know, Tom, I just saw it. I mean, have options open. Like, I think, like, personally, I think, you know, rugby's, like, you know, the #1 thing, but music or content creation, or both. Like, you can easily have music and content creation blended into the same thing, you know. But why not? But this is the thing, you can do them both at the same time. Like, why not really try and focus on rugby, and then in some spare time work on music and content creation stuff? And if you really want to get into content creation, start now. Like, start as soon as you can. Because by the time you're then like 21, like me, you could actually potentially have like a really nice sized channel. Yeah, with anyone wanting to get into content creation, the sooner you start, the better. It's honestly like that simple, really. My main aim is to be an F1 mechanic in the pit crew. That's a long shot, in my opinion. I mean, it absolutely is, but a lot of things are long shots, you know? Like, I said 3 and a bit years ago that I wanted to, you know, that I'd love to become a YouTuber and stuff, but here I am slowly making that dream come true, you know? Within 3 years, I now have a monetized channel, so I'm actually earning money off it. Oh, yeah, okay, it's like basically nothing, but I am at that point where I'm making a bit. So as time goes by, it will add up, and then, you know, I'm also like a game changer as well, which is one of my biggest dreams of content creation, to be able to do that stuff and have those opportunities through EA with Star Wars and stuff like that. Like, that was crazy. Like, if you want something, you need to be the one to work hard to get it. Like, you can't just sit back and be like, you know, I could be this like fat slob and be like, yeah, I want to be an athlete, but then I'd be like, oh, there's no way I can be an athlete because I'm fat. And it's like, well, you know, I could be like very seriously obese, and it's like, yeah, I want to be a cross-country runner. It's like, if I wanted to be a cross-country runner and I weighed like 300 pounds, then it's like, well, you say I couldn't do it, but then only I'd be the one in control of that, you know? I'd have to seriously lose weight and get into physical shape so that, you know, I actually would then have a chance in doing that, you know? After this game, will you play HV? Yes, I will. I will be playing HV after this game. Also wants to be an F1 driver at some point, but I was way too late. Yeah, with driving, like, you have to get into karting really young to be a driver most of the time. That's the thing. Which is a shame, because it would be really cool, but yeah, no, Tom, I actually, like, a few years ago when I was in year 12, I wanted to be, so actually, like, several months before I started the channel, I wanted to go into Formula 1 as well. I wanted to go into motorsport engineering and, you know, be able to actually build and design Formula 1 cars and actually be on the pit wall, you know, at races. But to do that, I was studying maths, physics and business at A-level, well, and geography as well. And I had to drop, I was going to drop one at the end of the year, which I was really hoping to be geography, but I really I just couldn't wrap my head around physics. I mean, I probably could have done, but I just never spent the time to do it, and because I didn't, I dropped physics because I wasn't getting the grade I should have, and geography was the better way to go about it. So yeah, my dream ultimately was to work in Formula 1 as well, but yeah, I mean, to like the best thing to do, Tom, if you want to become a mechanic in Formula One, look for look in look at I mean, just do some research on it. Really, just look at careers websites on like Red Bull Racing or McLaren, and look at like look at the requirements for a mechanic job if they have anything open, and not only that, but if you're on Twitter, try and follow some F1 mechanics and try and reach out to them and be like, hey, I want to do this for a career, like what what can I do, essentially. Like, look, just do research, because it's all well and good saying like you want to be an F1 mechanic and that you're going to do, you're going to go to college and study mechanic and then do an apprenticeship, but an apprenticeship where, like, you need to try and find the right people and try and find the right path, because otherwise you'll just be a mechanic and you'll just be a mechanic at some garage or somewhere that you don't really want to be. IMO means, in my opinion, but yeah, it's like to anyone who wants to do any job, if you're really passionate about it, research it and look into every possible way you can get to that point, because otherwise it's really tough. Even just working with cars is a dream. See, that's the thing, like, that's great, and if you want to work with cars, and like, it would be, there's loads of options for that, but if F1's the dream, push for the dream, because otherwise you could be like 50 and you'll be like, oh, I wish I did this. You gotta chase your dreams. And it's much easier to do them while you're young as well, so especially whilst you're still in education, because at least at that point you know what, you can understand what path you want to take with it. Going to a new school for middle school, but the school is K8. I have no idea what that means, I'll be honest. Yeah, I've got no idea what that means, Cloudy. Sammy lifts weights 6 days a week. Jesus Christ. You should call yourself Swole Boy. God damn. Yes, Cloudy, I've already said countless times I'll be playing Heroes vs Villains after this game. At the start of the first game of Naboo, I said that I'd be playing it after both games are finished, and then I said it again a couple minutes ago when you asked. So yes, I will be playing it. Don't worry, I will get there. Oh right. Oh, so the school you're going to is so basically it's just a big school that has kindergarten all the way to 8th grade. Okay, no, I get you now. I get you. That makes sense. I mean, you will get schools like that. Like the secondary school I went to had a junior school and the senior school. The junior school was in this like relatively small building that had like a few hundred students, and then maybe like 100 to 200, like a couple hundred students in the junior school, which started at year 3, so the 4th grade I think in the US, and then it went all the way up to year 13. So oh goddamn, so like basically the 14th grade, for if that was such a thing. Oh, it just got built. Okay, nice. I do prefer running long distance. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I don't really do any. I don't do any, to be honest. I'd literally been going to the gym for a month before COVID hit. So, I mean, I go back to work. I'll be going back to work at the next week, which sucks, but I mean, I work at a gym, so I should probably start using it, to be honest. But there we go. Yeah, I mean, I'll do a bit of everything. I prefer cardio stuff, but I do want to build up. I do want to build some muscle, to be honest. So, yeah, just a block or two away from my house. Oh, so that's not far at all. Very nice.
All palace doors are unsealed. Enter free fire mode and prepare for phase 3. The palace throne room has
Oh, and also Tom, with the whole like F1 mechanic stuff, like just remember as well that obviously, you know, there's not just Formula One. Like there's Formula 2, 3, pretty sure there's Formula 4, you know, IndyCar, the British Touring Car Championship, like there's you know, GT3, GT4. There's so many racing formats out there that will require mechanics. Like pretty much every race, every format will require mechanics. So don't just look into Formula One. Like look into, you know, look into all kind of motorsport because they will all require mechanics. And there's a lot of them. So yeah, just I'd recommend just within the next like week and a half, honestly, just look into it so you understand where you need to get to be honest. And you also said, yeah, in my opinion, physics is easy and biology is hard. See, when I was doing GCSEs, I thought physics was very easy. I really enjoyed physics. I thought it was, I understood everything. It was nice and easy. And I did, I came out with it with an A at GCSE, so I was really happy. And I didn't really do much revision either, so yeah, I was quietly confident going into A level. But then when you go to A level physics, yeah, a lot of what you're taught at GCSE, or at least for me, a lot of what I was told at yeah, a lot of what you're taught at GCSE, or at least for me, when I went to sixth form, I was told that actually that was a lie, and there are other things. So it's like, it was just a bit like, what's the hell? And so I had two teachers for it as well for A-level physics. One of them was an absolute drone, really monotone, really dull and boring, and I just, like, I couldn't concentrate because of how uninterested he sounded and how, like, yeah, it really was not enjoyable at all, and I just couldn't do it. Like, my other teacher actually knew what he was saying, but I wasn't, I essentially wasn't who I am today, so yeah, I definitely wasn't the same as I was now. Like, if I was how I am now back then I would have definitely put in the time and effort to try and understand it all, but oh boy. Is it safe for us to talk about the Bad Batch episode, and potentially episode 2? Ideally not, just in case, but, like, I mean, this is the thing, it should be fine. I've watched them and, it's fine, but I just don't want it to be spoiled for anyone else. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't mind you talking about it even though I've not seen it. Okay. See, that's, like, sometimes people won't have seen it and they won't care if you talk about it, which is cool. But, yeah, it's just, like, just in case someone does care and they might not be saying anything, Alright, gonna head out, probably be back, but I'm not sure. No worries at all. I'll play some HPV after this game. So I'll probably play, like, 2 or 3 games of that. Yeah, so the next Bad Batch episode is Friday, as Cloudy said. And yeah, Ace Gamer as well. Yeah, it's every Friday. Bye, have a good stream. Thank you very much. Yo, Split gave me an idea. I live near an F2 team. I'll do some Pokemon tomorrow. Okay, nice. Which F2 team is it? And yes, okay, I missed out NASCAR and Formula E, but I also missed out rally and like, you know, some rally stuff, DTM, Le Mans, you know. There's loads of racing stuff, so just look into it. Look into what requirements are needed for a mechanic in one of these teams. Like, oh, do I need, you know, it's basically, do I need a degree in motorsport engineering, or do I need, you know, I don't know. Just see what you need. Actually, I'll stay. I don't have anything to do. I was going to play outside. I'll play later. Fair enough. Well, I appreciate you sticking around. It is much appreciated.
Capturing the throne room now.
Okay. Alright. Oh, BB-8 solo. Get him, get him, get him. Nice. He's down. Yeah, I mean,
We're trying to take the throne room.
if anyone wants to do YouTube, like I said earlier, if anyone wants to do like content creation in any way, whether that's just YouTube or just Twitch with streaming and stuff like that, then yeah, like I'd highly recommend just getting into it as soon as possible, to be honest. If you want to create content based on Star Wars games as well, then I would say now is literally the best time to start. I don't think it could be any better, because it's been very quiet for the last few months. It's been a pretty quiet year, really. Like the last 12 months. Besides, you know, beyond Squadrons, it's been relatively quiet. As well as like 2 game announcements. So, like I say, it's been quiet, but like within the last 12 months, we've had 3 games announced, 1 game released. So, you know, it's not really been that quiet of 12 months, but like it feels like it has, and everyone feels that. So, yeah. It's just one of those things that it feels like it's been quiet, it has been quiet, but also it hasn't as well. So, yeah, but like EA Play is a month away. We'll probably get some news about Star Wars games from EA, or you know, I mean, I don't know for sure, but if we don't, I'd be very surprised, you know. So we'll very likely get some news about Star Wars games from EA at EA Play in a month's time. We've got E3 as well, and all of these gaming events happening in June, so we'll probably get a trailer for Star Wars Hunters at that point. We'll start getting more information about that over the summer. We'll probably get, you know, Star Wars game, you know, maybe another game or 2 announced as well, so plenty to talk about over the next few months. And then this year we're getting Lego Star Wars, hopefully still. We'll get Star Wars Hunters, hopefully a game from EA as well. So yeah, now is literally the perfect time to do it. And if you want to do it as well, then yeah, it's fun. Look into it, and yeah. Darth Plagueis, good to see you, hope you're doing well. But yeah, I am going to go on to HVV now, as promised. Great, cool. I remember me and my friend tried a height calculator, and it said I'd be 6'2", and he'd be 5'5", and he got mad, lol. That's brilliant. Uni Virtuosi. Okay, yeah, I don't know if that is the exact name or how it's spelled, but yeah, I know the team you're talking about. That's cool though. Yeah, like, just if you know anyone or just anything, that's already really good. But yeah, just do some research. When you play American football, do you wear armor if it's just with a friend? Oh wait, yeah. At 5, I'm gonna play some football with my bro. Yeah, no worries. I mean, if you're playing with a friend, I doubt you would, because it's not like you're gonna be. Yeah, because that's the thing. You can't really play it 1v1. Like you can practice stuff, but you can't really do the full. You know, you can't do the full thing. Like yeah, you can throw the football at each other. Yeah, you can throw the ball at each other. You know, you can practice your kicks, you can practice your tackles and stuff like that as well. But you know, and at that point, when you're doing the tackles, you kind of have to be careful. But like, it's not. Yeah. He always gets mad that he's 5'1" and like, and his granddad's 6'3". What? He's 5'1". Oof, that's rough. I mean, his granddad may be 6'3", but he's probably, you know, what's the other side of the family like? Because I mean, if one side of the family's tall and one side's small, then like, you know, it's kind of gonna be a 50-50 really. Ow! Oh, I'm gonna get hammered here. Yep, that was a good grenade. Oh. I'm on 3 health. Oh no. Oh no. Yep, blasted. Oh no. There we go, my tablet's about to die. Have a good rest of the stream and day, everyone. Thanks for the advice on content creating and motorsport jobs, if you know what I mean. I get what you mean. It's a pleasure, Tom. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I might, like, I may have a look into it myself and I'll, like, DM you about it or something at some point. Like, if I find, I'll do some looking around at some point. If I find anything, then I'll let you know.
Don't pull that trigger.
Oh, come on. Love it. In the NFL, you wear armor because it's perfusion. Yeah, I mean, you obviously would at like college level and professional level, though. Yeah. His dad's 4'11". His dad's what? Are you serious? With 4'11"? Or is that like, is that genuinely -4? I'll never understand why. Oh, I've never understood why they wear armor. Because, I mean, I don't know. Like in rugby, you tackle people and you don't wear armor, and in American football, you wear armor and you tackle people. Like, yeah, I don't know either, to be honest. I've never really understood it. Like, I feel like any argument that they come up for wearing armor with, you can just be like, well, you don't wear armor in rugby, and it's like, because they tackle each other. Yeah, but rugby's very like. The thing is though, American football and rugby are very different, but there are a lot of similarities with the sports. Like you tackle people in rugby, you know, and American football. In rugby, you don't wear armor in rugby. Like it protects them, but it's like, yeah, it's obviously protective gear, but you know, there's always going to be like, oh, you don't wear armor in rugby, and it's very similar. It's just like, it's just interesting with the comparisons, because you don't have protective gear in rugby, but you do in American football. So it is interesting. Jesus, his dad's 4'11" and 81 years old. My man. And his mum's 5'8" and almost 50. Fair enough. Oh, God, fair enough. Never heard of rugby. It's I mean, it's not a British thing. It's yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. It's not really something you have in the US. It's played in Europe and like Australia, New Zealand and stuff like that, really. Okay. What I will never understand is why like baseball is called the World Series when it's literally just America. Like, it's one country and they call it the World Series, or they'll call themselves world champions in other sports, even though they're just competing in the same country. Like, American baseball will not play against, you know, the UK, Italy, France, Australia. All these other countries are baseball. I mean, we don't play baseball, but like it baffles me. It's like the US are so like self-centered on themselves, and they think the world revolves around them, that they're like, oh, look at us, we're world champions. And it's just like, maybe because it was the first sport. That is completely false. It's no, it won't be that. I am curious what the first sport would have been, though. I mean, the first sport that was ever a thing probably isn't even played now. Let's be honest. Aussie Rules looks like a tough game. I've never watched anything of Aussie Rules. I've seen what like a pitch looks like, and I've seen, like, I have an Aussie Rules like football. I used to have one at least, and we throw it around. Like, me and my brother would like throw it around and stuff like that. But I'm not self-centered. I never said you were, Cloudy. I said America was. I said it's almost like America is. I'm not saying Americans are. I'm just saying America as a country, as a nation. It's like it has this. Imagine if the country of America was a person. That person would be self-centered. That doesn't mean all the cells in the body, the people, are self-centered. Just that's what I'm referring to, if that makes sense. So American news cover everything about other countries. I mean, it won't do everything. It's like the UK won't cover every bit of news from other countries. No country will do that. They'll have like of course they'll have global news stuff. Like, if there's a mass shooting in the US, like, you'll hear about it on UK TV.
The heroes come out fighting.
Our sports are hockey, football, basketball, soccer, and I think some more, but I don't remember. Baseball. I mean, the main sport, the main sports in the UK really is football, rugby, and cricket. They're like the ultimate top three. They're the three main sports that people actually really care about. But then, yeah, everything else is just like, yeah, you don't really have much else, to be honest. Like, you've got a lot of people in the UK are big fans of the NBA and the NFL and stuff like that. Like, because this is the thing, like, yeah, we don't really like. I don't really feel like we have much else. Like, people obviously play hockey. Like, I know like a fair number of people at my cricket club play hockey, like during the winter period. But it's not like, hockey is never really televised, and you don't hear about people caring about it and stuff like that. Have you seen the XGO mod? It is beautiful. I have not, no.
Good. Gruesomely triumphs over evil.
Is shinty a thing in England or other countries? I have absolutely no idea what you're on about.
Witness the power of the dark side.
Aussie Rules players legit fly across the field. Jesus Christ. Imagine my city. Imagine if my city banned styles. I'd leave the city right away. I would too. That would be. I mean, it would be very bizarre. But I'm with you there. I would leave in a heartbeat. I got stuck. This is not fun. I need more stamina.
More scraps for the compactor.
Boom.
All right, my guys.
Shinty is like hockey but with a ball and on a field instead of a puck and on ice. But that's just hockey though. That's what hockey is. On ice and a puck is ice hockey. You have ice hockey and hockey. Ice hockey is with a puck and on ice. And then you have hockey, which is a ball on the field. I mean, I know like they just call it the NHL, so they just call it hockey in like the US, but no, it's like here at least it's hockey and ice hockey.
Sith or not, I will be.
Oh, you defeated. My favorite sport is probably basketball if I had to pick one. I enjoy, you know, shooting some hoops, but I just don't care for like the NBA. It's like all the like when I'm playing cricket, like a lot of people at my club will talk about like, the NBA and NFL, and it's just like I wish I knew what they were talking about, but I don't really care to get into it. Yeah, we don't call it ice hockey. No, I know. Yeah, that's the thing. Like most people, like in the US, they'll just call it hockey. That's why it's called the NHL for National Hockey League. Otherwise, it'd be a bit weird. Like NIHL, the National Ice Hockey League. Like it's just a bit much. But yeah, no. Most of the hockey played in the UK is just hockey, and then like there is ice hockey as well. Like a friend of mine played ice hockey. But yeah, like that's our difference. Can we like watch Twilight and eat baby Yodas? What? Oh my god. I've never seen Twilight, and honestly, I'd quite like to keep it that way. But I appreciate the offer. Does anyone else think black pudding and haggis taste the same? I've never had either of them, and honestly, I don't intend on that. Yeah, I've never had haggis. I've never had black pudding. I think haggis, actually, to be fair, looks quite interesting, and I'd probably try that at some point. Black pudding looks awful, and I will not be touching the substance that it is, because it looks death thang. So, there you go. To be fair, I think, although I don't care too much about like the NBA and the NHL and stuff like that, I think if I was to, like, I'd love to do like a road trip around the US and stuff. So, like, or if there was like, oh hello, or if oh, get him, damn it, yeah, even if I don't care too much about those sports, if I went on a road trip around the US, I'd want to go and watch at least like one NBA game and one NFL game, and baseball as well. I'd probably really enjoy baseball, to be fair, but and I don't mind watching the NFL either. I've never watched a basketball game though, really, so I don't really have an opinion on it, but you know, I'd probably try and watch a game of each thing, really. I live where black pudding comes from, and I've got Scottish in me, and I love them both. Ooh. Okay, Brantster, a bit of a flex. Gosh. I want Battlefront 2 for the PC so I can play Coruscant, Mimban, and X-Core map mods. It's crazy to me that people have actually now started making map mods for Battlefront 2. Like, because I knew, like, I just didn't know that that was really a thing that people were actually able to do and were doing, to be honest, up until like I saw the Coruscant Up until like I saw the Coruscant one, I had no idea that that was actually a thing. I know someone did a Felucia mod, not Felucia, an Umbara mod, but that was just changing how. I mean, yeah, that was just. I mean, it's not just making Felucia dark and changing the colors of the plants, but like, that's like it's not like they, you know, imported a bunch of custom assets. Like, I'm pretty sure what they did was change the textures of a lot of the Felucia assets to make it look like a Mara instead of Felucia, so yeah, it's pretty cool. I think Highlanders used to be 7 feet tall. So have you watched the Highlander film, Sammy? I feel like it's something you might have watched. I watched it on like New Year, I think, or like I watched like half of it, I think. I was kind of confused by it, but it was kind of cool as well. Oh, you joker. Alright, Cloudy's gonna head out. When's the next stream? Next stream will either be Wednesday or Thursday. I haven't decided yet. We shall see. Actually, I'll probably do it on Thursday because I'm not gonna be here on the weekend, so I'll probably just make it a bit. Oh wait, no, hang on. I'm playing football on Thursday, so it'll be Wednesday. After Wednesday, I won't be able to stream until. I mean, I could probably try and stream on Sunday night. To be fair, it just depends on when I'm home, when dinner is and we shall see. So yeah, next stream will be Wednesday for sure, and then well, actually, I could stream Thursday afternoon before football. I might do that actually. Have any Americans watched Paddington or Paddington 2? They probably have. I haven't seen Paddington 2 yet. I've seen the first one though. The next stream will be whenever you get this damn door fixed. Excuse me. What door?
This is about that thing with that guy.
There we go. What maps would you like to see in Battlefield 3 in terms of Seek Trilogy, Solo Road, and Rebels? That we haven't forgotten. That we haven't gotten yet. So, I'd really like to see a map on. Right, I'll make that my last game. So I'll just chill for a bit and ask some questions. Yeah. Oh god, bear with. Love a stretch. Oh, that's a good stretch, that is. Maps in terms of sequel trilogies, there's not that much you could do now, to be honest. So I'd want, because, you know, to be honest, they pretty much got everything straight away. Like, with, they got all possible maps for episodes 7, really. I mean, Nema Outpost as a small map would be really cool. But that's really it for well, Nema Outpost and Dakar on the ground. So Nema Outpost was small map and Dakar, like Resistance Base as a big map, would be really cool. And then episode 8 I'd really like to see I'd love to see a Canto Bight map, like a large scale map on Canto Bight. I think that would be really cool. And then Exegol, of course, for the Rise of Skywalker, and I don't think there's anything else. I mean, like, you could say Kefbir, but like you don't really see much on there at all. So maybe like a destroyed Death Star map as well. I think that would be really cool. But that's really it for the sequel trilogy. Like well, actually, if we're including Star Wars Resistance as well, because the whole sequel trilogy setting, then a map on top of a map on the Colossus would be really cool. I'd love to see that. And there are a few other locations from the show that would be really cool, I think. Rogue One, Jeddah would be sick. Like Jeddah City is a large scale map. Edu like Imperial Research Station as a small map, like actually in the interior, would be cool. Pretty sure Paddington 2 has a perfect score on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it did, only until recently when it got a bad review. I think I remember seeing it. Oh yeah, Kajimi as well. Actually, yeah, that would be an amazing map. I forgot about that. Yeah, Kajimi as well for the sequels. But yeah, Rogue One, Edu base, Jeddah City. I think they're really only the other ones. Solo, having like a small map on the Savarine like refinery would be a cool map. Apart from that, like a Mimban big map would be sick. Like trench warfare stuff would be really cool. Rebels would absolutely be Malachor, yeah. Lothal would be brilliant for that. Yeah, like there's just loads they could do on most things, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, like the main pieces of content they can look to really is the comics. Like there's so many places they go to in the comics that I feel like you could easily just make that into a really cool like map. Oh god. Yeah, there are a lot of options for it anyway, so yeah, I think that would be cool. A Mustafar 1v1 map would be cool. The Megastar Destroyer Supremacy would be a cool map to see. Yeah, like the Supremacy would be an interesting one. I'm just trying to think whether that'd be like a small or big map, because they probably could make that into a big map quite easily because of how big it is. Like it's 60 kilometers wide. But yeah, I don't know. It is an interesting one. Yeah, take care, Sammy. I'm probably gonna head off as well because I'm yawning an awful lot. Oh man. Anyway, I've got uni tomorrow, so yeah, I think I'm gonna chill out on Rocket League with the boys, hopefully. In a minute. I don't actually know if we are or not. But there we go. I'm gonna chill, so thank you all very much for watching. Annexes for a space map would be cool, and a ground map as well would be amazing. There's loads of options. But yeah, the EA earnings call. Oh, crikey. The EA earnings call is tomorrow. I don't think we'll get anything regarding Star Wars, but of course if we do, then I will report on it. But we'll just have to wait and see how things go. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, we'll probably have to wait until, you know, EA Play in a month's time. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching. Have a great rest of your day and week. Maybe see you either Wednesday evening or I might actually do Thursday afternoon. But yeah, that's enough from me. Thank you all very much for watching, guys, and may the force be with you always.